Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole war chant is going full throat. Today, a Sunshine State showdown in Florida. They believe their level of football is just a cut above. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Florida International Panthers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Dropping back, it's Glenn. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Catch in the middle, it's Slater. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Going up top on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. The give to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So FIU's offense will try to get something going with their 1st possession. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off play action. Snagged in the middle. It's McNeil. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his possession.
FIU pushing tempo. He'll keep it himself. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Panthers are flying down the field. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He'll pull it on the read. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
They'll go to the ground. The Noles get enough to move the chains. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You've got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Glenn. Back open in the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Leaves it with the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run play action. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Had to throw it before he wanted. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They go to the ground. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Glenn. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The give to the tailback. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Snap it to the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown Seminoles! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point makes it 28-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Dances away to buy time. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off play action on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Slater. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Back to the air one more time. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And the Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point.
Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Memphis. For now, it's back to you, fellas. But, of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out of the backfield, he's open. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On second down, looking to throw. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. Oh, it was awful in the first half. Flush it, I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, open.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. FIU will line up to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Hauls it in, looking for space. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Excellent field position here for the offense. Give to the running back. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Touchdown, Florida State! And the route is on.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. FIU will line up to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and look for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The sure hands, it's Williams. Finds a crease at the 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy. Maybe you catch a flat route.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Touchdown, Seminoles! And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Florida State 49, Florida International 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? The play action fake. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. FIU will line up to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Past the 25. Touchdown, no! And the pummeling has started. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Florida State 56, Florida International 0.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run, and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. FIU will line up to punt. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full, because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by...
Touchdown, Florida State! And the stomping has commenced.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
0.
And he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Florida International offense is back on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually...
And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll ride the hot hand. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Florida International, 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. To the ground with the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. And the Noles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They move the tight end all over. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll give it to the back. Bust through behind his pad. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Touchdown, Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Pulls it in. It's Nelson.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
No running back on the field. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. And the Panthers will have it 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Trying to make magic with his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he reels it in inside the 30. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Panthers.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They want that clock to run. He breaks a tackle. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he's just steamrolling his way through. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Line getting set on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, no! And the route is on. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. With the catch, it's Nelson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead. And this team could be in the college football playoff discussion.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.